Greetings everybody and welcome to a brand new episode of All Things Lambda, the community show where the host still feels sick from that weird breakfast muffin he had yesterday. Anyway, that video was an April Fool's joke though. We're not actually going to do food reviews, so don't worry, we're still just gonna do Half-Life community news. Who would find food reviews like that interesting anyway? Without further stalling though, let's get into this week's news, shall we?
LambdaGeneration.
Half-Life Alyx has been in the wild for over a week now, and Valve is still hard at work trying to fix any bugs that were found after the initial release of the game. Because like I said in the previous episode, a game never releases in a perfect state, unfortunately. In a patch that was released this week, which is officially called Update 1.2, Valve fixed some issues with the user interface and the graphics settings page. They fixed a save game bug where the SMG would miss part of its model somehow, and another fix was deployed that took care of players losing ammo when they loaded a left-handed save game from the main menu. How? There are also some new additions made to the game in this update, like added support for left or right-handed movement controls and more. It's not that big of an update, but there are some quality of life improvements in there that does help the game out. You can read up on the patch notes by clicking the link in the description below. Another nice Half-Life Alyx related thing that happened this week was that Mike Moraski, the game's music composer, confirmed that the official soundtrack will be available on streaming services as soon as everything is done and mixed properly. So we have that to look forward to. Links to Moraski's tweets are in the description below as well. So, apparently Valve is sticking their hand in another VR headset project. This time, it's a project set up by Hewlett-Packard, better known as HP. You know, the manufacturer of the computers you mostly see at offices around the world or your grandma's place. Now, HP is claiming this new HMD to be the next big thing, according to some big words written up by the company on the official Steam store page that is already up and running. The headset doesn't have a name out in the public yet, but what we do know is that the headset is not only being co-developed by Valve, but also by Microsoft. The headset is obviously now listed as coming soon, and I'm just sitting here hoping that it won't just be more immersive, comfortable, and compatible, but also more affordable. Still can't get over the $1,000 asking price of the Valve Index. Like, I know it's supposed to be the top-of-the-line headset, but Jesus Christ. Anyway, a link to the Steam page for this headset can be found in the description below. It has happened. The official demo for Entropy 02 has dropped at the start of this week, and can now be downloaded off of ModDB. Of course, a nice little trailer comes attached to this release showing off some of the starting area that you'll be playing through. Now, it's worth mentioning that only some sections and scenarios are playable right now, and of course, these will be expanded upon massively in the final game when it comes out. I've played through the entire thing already, and oh boy, I really do like what is already there. I have even voiced a character in this, so if you really can't get enough of me, then there is some bonus content in Entropy 02 that you can enjoy outside of my normal video content. Alongside this new demo release, there is also a Steam art package that you can download to spice up the library page. And there is a new FAQ page on the Breadman website that will answer the most frequently asked questions. Alright, I'm gonna stop talking now because it's time for you to start playing this demo. Right now. Actually, wait until this episode of All Things Lambda is done. Don't go just yet. Just remember that there is a link in the description that you can click to download it. After this video. Really. I mean it. The Half-Life Alyx authoring tools aren't available to the public yet, however that doesn't stop some devoted modders from taking a shot at getting creative, because the people behind Half-Life Quarantine are currently very busy at porting Half-Life 2 to the Source 2 engine. Yup, we're going to get a Source 2 port of Half-Life 2. Not officially, but made by modders. And it looks quite interesting, especially lighting-wise. We got some screenshots from Nova Prospect right here that shows up the current progress progress of the Half-Life Alyx mod, as well as some screenshots from City 17. Right now though, I feel there isn't much of a noticeable difference between regular Half-Life 2 and Source 2 Half-Life 2. In fact, I think Nova Prospekt doesn't even look better at all in the new engine. The porting work is far from being done though, so my opinion on that might change. I think it might have something to do with the materials that are being used in Nova Prospekt. They're essentially still Half-Life 2 textures, but we'll no doubt see some more progress on that very soon. If you want to see more stuff from Half-Life Quarantine, they currently only have a Twitter page up, so check that out by clicking the link in the description below. I don't think we've ever talked about this mod in the past before, but it's better late than never, right? Rebel Surge, a Half-Life 2 Episode 2 mod, releases onto ModTP. The story of the mod goes as follows. You're Gordon Freeman, and right as you escape Nova Prospekt to avoid the explosion, you're not teleported to Kleiner's lab, but you're teleported to City 16 instead, right at the start of their very own uprising. Now, the gimmick of this mod is actually quite cool. Because the mod is built on top of MapBase, it's able to use all the new entities that are available in this modding package. It's specifically using the Logic Skill entity, which allows the mod to assign different amounts of supplies and enemies to be called in depending on your difficulty setting. So, on easy, you're going to have a stroll through a modest amount of enemies and loads of supplies to spare, but on medium and hard difficulty, this stroll becomes more like a nightmare with loads more enemies and less supplies. Now that might sound like a feature a lot of games implement nowadays, but this wasn't really possible to do by mods before. If this mod caught your attention the right way and you're looking for something to play after you completed the Entropy 02 demo, then this is the mod for you. A download link can be found in the description below. To close things off this week, I wanted to talk about this really nice video that OxJ made over on their YouTube channel. It's called Grave Shift, and it honestly has some really nice aesthetics. I'm getting big 3 AM vibes from this, and I'm often still awake at this hour, so I know what those vibes feel like, man. Grave Shift basically plunges the Black Mesa facility in darkness, with only letting the light sources give off a really nice kind of glow effect. This is done by adjusting the gamma and brightness of the game through console commands. Now, if you want to learn how to do this yourself, then fear not. OxJ made a really extensive guide over on the Half-Life Guides page that you can sift through to learn everything about how to do cinematography in the Gold Source engine. And since I'm a film student, I will continue reading this. It's actually really interesting. Now, if you want to see this video for yourself and put it on a TV in your room somewhere while it's 3 AM in the morning, just click the link down in the description below. It'll take you to the video. You know where I'm taking you right now though? Our social media pages, because this episode has ended. Make sure you follow us on Twitter and Facebook though. All of our links are down below in the description, as well as our Discord server, which is definitely worth a join. I got my own YouTube channel too, and even my own Twitter page. There are also links down below in the description. And don't forget to watch yesterday's video where I tried that weird breakfast muffin. I think you guys are gonna probably like that. And with that, I'm going to end episode 87 of All Things Lambda. Don't be too sad though, because we'll be back next week with another episode. In the meantime though, don't forget to subscribe and to ring that bell icon to never miss another episode. Salutations, take care, and stay at home, okay? And now it's time to find out if I was in focus at all in this episode. I think I was, but you never know with camera equipment.